What's up, Internet? Current 1776 here with Mission 100. I'm pumped, y'all. I'm freaking pumped. I'm pumped. Been 100 months. I've been talking to that lens right there about all the cool stuff that comes in my Battlbox subscription. Back in 2015, I seen a post on Instagram from a company called Battlbox. I was like, hey, that's some pretty cool looking stuff. I'm gonna buy me some of that right there. And I did. And then I says, I'm gonna shoot me a video about that. I'm gonna share it with people because I think it's awesome. And I did. In a room above my garage, set up a table just like this, about belly button high, sharing the awesome things that comes in Battlbox.
What I have in front of me is the very first month of Battlbox.
Battlbox was the best monthly subscription box for outdoor gear and survival gear, and it still is. And here we are with Mission 100. Look at it. Will you just look at it? Will you look at it right there? Just look at it. Will you look at it? Look at it. It's right here. And not only is it right here, but let me tell you something, okay? In case you don't already know, there's going to be 500 of these boxes, okay? That's going to have extra gear in it. It's going to have gear in it that I'm not showing you in here, okay? They're all going to have the same gear that I'll show you in here depending on what level you got. But 500 of those boxes are going to have extra stuff in there from some really cool brands that stepped up to help us celebrate Mission 100. And it's somewhere north of $30,000 worth of extra gear spread out amongst them 500 boxes. That is freaking awesome. Can you hear me in the back? That's awesome. You want to know what else is awesome? 5 boxes. 5 Mission 100 boxes are going to have a golden ticket in them. 1 golden ticket in 5 boxes. The 5 people that receive the golden ticket are going to be flown to an undisclosed location. I can't tell you where it's going to be. It's undisclosed. That's what that means. But when those 5 get there, you're going to get to hang out with us for a little while, have a little fun, and then we're going to go get in a tank and shoot at a target. Like a legit tank. And if any of those 5 people hit the target, they could win up to $100,000. 100K. A 1 and 5 zeros. 1, 0, 0. That's 100. 0, 0, 0. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5 zeros. Yeah, 5 zeros. $100,000. And then when we're done shooting tanks, we're going to go out, have some drinks, have some good food, hang out, and have a big old time. It's going to be freaking awesome. That guy heard me in the back. Honestly, I'm by myself. Like there's a wall, like 40-some feet in front of me there. So in other words, y'all need to be sure to be looking around in your box, okay? And see if you see a golden ticket in there. And if you get anything extra in there, well, yeehaw to that too. Let's see what I got in my box. Yeehaw. Okie dokie, here we go, here we go. Whoa, about to throw that slap off the table. We got our mission brief, Mission 100. You might want to save this. Could be a collector's item. And when we get to 200, you could put it right side by side with it, and then 300, you're going, yeah. 200's in our sights now, baby. You hear me? See what I did there? Sights, shooting tanks. First page, we got a write-up in here from yours truly. Read it. I spend a lot of time doing that. I do not spell well, and I'm not very good at writing. Please read it. In the basic box, the first item is a member recommended item from Don C. of Mission, British Columbia, one of our Canadian brothers. So he recommended this. This company sent me some to try. Oh, baby Jesus. I'm straight up addicted to this stuff. So first up in the basic box, we got the Borvo Broth. This is a variety pack. And here's why we got the variety pack. Because these 2 that I tried, I could not decide which one because they both are awesome. So we said, hey, can we make a variety pack? And they said, yeah, we can do that. Well, bam, variety pack of Borvo Broth. Borvo Broth. I think I said it wrong to start with. This stuff is amazing. Let's take a look at it. Borvo Broth, instant sipping bone broth. We got 3 beef and vegetable in here, and you got 3 classic chickens in here. If you got just one, there'd be 6 in there anyway, right? So we was like, hey, we'll split them up, do 3 and 3, so people can try them both, see which one they like the best, because I can't decide. I like both of them. When in camp, holy crap, man. This is a quick, easy drink that you can make that is freaking delicious. You can add it in with food that you're rehydrating if you want to, or anything like that, to bring the flavor profile up to 11. I mean, this stuff is freaking great. Very lightweight. You can, ooh, they got you a card in there, a coupon card. Be sure to use that, because you're gonna want more of this. I'm telling you, listen, I've drank my weight in this like the first month I had it, like every day. So let's take a look at some of the nutritional facts real quick before we talk about it a little more. 6 servings per container. So this is a serving. There's 6 of them in there. The beef and vegetable has 70 calories, 1 gram of fat, no saturated fat, no trans fat, 1% cholesterol, which is less than 5 milligrams, sodium, total carbs is 3 grams, but look at the proteins, no sugars, 11 grams of protein. 11 grams of protein in this right here. Protein helps with, you know. And then the classic chicken here has 50, and it has 7 grams of protein. And this here is what your packets look like. This is your beef and vegetable bone broth, and this right here is your chicken, your classic chicken bone broth. I'm telling you, folks. So, seriously, all it is, boil you up some water, rip this open, pour it in. Your taste buds are gonna freaking punch you in the face because they enjoy it so much. It's freaking amazing. You get lots of protein out of it. It's small and lightweight. You can pretty much put it anywhere in your pack, and it's a delightful little drink to have while you're in camp. One tip I will give you though, don't pour this in while your water's boiling. I did that the first time, and it boiled over. So turn your heat off or remove it from the heat, however you're heating up your water. Pour this in, stir it in, let it dissolve in, and get ready, folks. Get your camp all set up and everything. You want to kind of sit back and sip on something delicious. That right there, it's a 10. It's a 10, I'm telling you, it's a 10. So the next item in the basic box is something that's a problem solver for me. Down here in this Georgia heat, you leave your phone sitting out in the sun too long, and that joker goes into like high temperature protection mode, and you can't use your phone. So I'll be out fishing or whatever on the river and have my phone sitting beside me on my John boat, which the John boat gets hot as crap anyway because it's just an aluminum boat. But I want to take a picture of a fish, or I want to, you know, call, you know, a family member or something like that, and I pick my phone up and it's got this temperature warning on it, right? Or heck, even worse than that, what if you drop your phone into the river? Well, something goes gone. It's going straight down to the bottom. And a lot of us has experienced that. You leave your phone sitting on your console in your vehicle, and you're going to quickly run in somewhere and come back out, and you end up spending more time than you expected in there. You come back to a hot car and your phone's all jacked up and you can't use it for a while. And it takes a while for them things to cool off. And on the flip side of it, you got the cold temperature problems, right? Those of you in cold climates, you know, you got your phone out, you're hunting or whatever, and the battery's just falling out of sight because cold temperatures will freaking drop a battery charge very, very quickly. You're sitting there and you're tying daggum hot hands to your batteries and stuff like that to keep them warmed up so they don't drain real bad. I've had that situation a couple times when I was hunting in Illinois. It was so daggum cold up there, my daggum battery was just freaking dying. And my camera batteries were dying too, so I had to keep wrapping up my camera batteries and stuff in hot hands to keep them warm. This product right here is gonna help keep your device cool when it's hot. It's gonna help keep it warm when it's cold, and if you drop it in water, it's going to protect it, and it's going to keep it from sinking to the bottom because it floats. It's called the Koozie. It's like a koozie for your phone. It's freaking awesome. And it'll help you if you drop the son of a gun down on the concrete or something like that. You know, if you got your phone in there and you drop it or whatever, it's going to help protect it as well. Says here up to 9 feet. Let me give you a better look at it from up here, down here like this. So this here is the Koozie. Like a phone koozie. It's the XP3 series thermal capsule. Antimicrobial battery life, extends your battery life up to 4% due to environmental reasons. Sink proof and drop proof. Maximum device protection for every adventure. Let's take a look at it here. Got your owner's manual right here. Check that out. But here is your Koozie. Check that out. So it's got straps here on the back in case you want to run it through your belt if you want to, or strap it to a pack or anything like that. And then up here at the top, it's got these rubberized pull tabs. It's Velcroed, and you can slide your phone down in that jewel right there. And it's got a little, I know you can't see that, it's so dang dark. There's like a little mesh pocket in here too. Grab my phone. So you take your phone, you slide that dude down in there, and that is a iPhone something other Pro Max or whatever. It's the big iPhone. Heck, I don't know which one it is, but it's the big one. So it fits right in there. This is the large. So it says it fits 8 Plus XR, 11 Pro Max, and a 12 Pro Max in the iPhone, in the Galaxy S10, S21 Plus, or S10 Plus, S21 Plus, Note 20, and the Z Fold, and other large size phones. This material is going to keep this thing climate controlled, if you will, okay? So if it's sitting out in the hot freaking sun, it's not going to bake through this and heat the device up. And if it's cold out, it's going to maintain a good temperature inside here to keep your battery and all that stuff good to go, right? So really nice case. You can beat it around. You can throw it on the concrete. And look, I mean, my phone's in here. I just throwed it on the dang concrete down here. It's good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I got to get up at 6 a.m. It's 11:36, so I got to get on with it. Anyway, that is, let me get the freaking concrete crap off of it. So that is your Koozie. That's your second item in the basic box. But you may not get a black one. There's other colors that you might get, like this right here. So this one, they call pardon me, let me get that. So this one, they call the Mako. It's kind of a gray shark skin looking pattern on it. And you got this silver one. This is like the space agey, like NASA looking one or whatever. And you got blue, get this blue one. Got this kind of bluish pattern to it. Then they got this green one here, like real tree pattern, real tree fishing pattern on here. So you may get one of these 5 colors: black, Mako, silver, blue, or green. The table is filling up fast. That's your second item in the basic box. So next up in the basic box is an item that's perfect for like real emergency use. You don't want to use this unless it's a real emergency. And this item has been making waves in the EDC community over the last few months, which is great because I freaking love it. I think it's freaking awesome, and I think it's something everybody should have access to. And what I'm talking about is the Battlbox power card. This thing right here is pretty cool. It's one of those forget it until you need it things, and I like that, okay? Because I'm bad about using something or using up something when I really don't need to be using it, and then I might, you know, if it's a consumable or something like that, then it's done. I'm gonna have to buy some more or whatever. This thing right here works great, has an 8-year shelf life. You can keep this thing in your EDC gear, keep it in your vehicle, keep it somewhere in a pack or something like that for 8 freaking years and not touch it, and it's gonna be good to go. Check it. The Battlbox SOS Card is what they're calling it on the package here. Call it a power card. 3 hours of power, 8 years shelf life, compatible with Apple and Android. So this is a lithium battery right here, and we're gonna open it up, throw that in the mystery spot. I mean, you can literally put this in your wallet if you got room for it. Check that dude out. So it's about the size of a business card or a credit card. You got your adapter right here for your iPhone. You pull this out, and there's your USB-C. See that? So it fits right in here, all self-contained, ready to go when you need it. You just pull it out. Bloop. Boom, USB-C right there. You got an iPhone, you just pop this out, plug that in right there. Boom, plug that into your phone, and you're ready to rock. This thing's great. Where'd I put my phone? There it is. So let's see. I don't know, I'm sitting at like 50% right now, I guess. And you just plug that rascal in. Bloop, charging, just like that. I don't have an Android phone to put it on. You know, if you use it just long enough to give you a little bit of juice, pop this thing back in, put your adapter back in, and you back. You ready to get on with the get on right there. That thing's freaking awesome. Look how small and flat that is. Heck, with some cases, you can just slide this thing behind your phone in your case, or some of the people that have cases where they put cards or whatever in the back, you can put it right in there and you always got it with you. I mean, think about it. Big battery packs go dead. Big battery packs fail, things like that. This is an emergency situation right here, and it's freaking awesome. And there's tons of people out buying these and using these, and it's got lots of really, really good feedback and reviews on it. So we wanted to share it with you guys. I think they're great. I keep a couple of these in a Koozie in my vehicle, all right? And I'm gonna be stashing more in other areas as well, just for that backup thing. That's the third item in the basic box, the Battlbox charge card. The fourth item in the basic box is something that I thoroughly enjoy, and that's making fire. And this stuff right here will help you do that. It's called Squatch Rope. Squatch Rope. This stuff is awesome. So it's a hemp fire starter that works rather well. You just cut off what you need on here. It's basically like a rope in there, so you got like 4 strands that you can separate, and you can split that up into multiple packs or whatever, or you can just cut it off and use the whole piece. But you just take this, you fluff it up into as fine a fibrous material as you can, and throw a spark at it, and she burns, baby. It burns for a good bit of time to help you get your other tinder going and get everything going and get your fire started. Works great wet. So when I was testing this out, I dropped it in water. I let it sit in the water for however long it took for the first stuff to burn that I did that was dry. Fluffed it up. It took a few more tries with the ferro rod to get it to light versus dry, but once it caught a good spark, she fired right up and burned just as good as a dry one. And what I love about these kind of fire starters, you can split them up into smaller pieces, many smaller pieces, and put them in all your different kits to enhance your fire starting kit that you currently have. So that is the final item in the basic box, the Squatch Rope. Now it's time for the advanced box. In the advanced box, we got the Ruck and River trekking poles. So these are like really nice trekking poles, hiking poles, whatever you might want to call it. And I love the versatility of hiking poles or trekking poles. Got your case here, obviously. Says Ruck and River on it. All right. These things are freaking awesome. In many vidges here in the past, you've seen me using some trekking poles for a lot of shelter stuff that I've been doing. And I've really been testing different types of trekking poles, what features I like of some, what I don't like, and things like that. These right here are kind of the culmination of what I like about a bunch of multiple different types of trekking poles. And if you know anything about trekking poles, there's a lot of different variations, and there's a big swing of prices, right? From 20 bucks, plastic, you know, type trekking poles to hundreds of dollars, and I've seen some well over $1,000 and close to $2,000. I have not tested those. What's the point? I'm not buying trekking poles that cost that much. From the ones I tested, there was things I liked about some, things I didn't like about some. This one right here has all the stuff that I like. So first off, cork handles. When it comes to sweat and stuff like that, they hold up better, they feel better. They're a lot softer on the hands than like the foam rubber and the foam ones that seem that, you know, you can pick at them real good. When they get wet and nasty, it just ain't no good. Cork is just amazing. Like, I love cork on my fishing poles. Got a nice soft strap, goes over your wrist. Got some contouring here that fits really, really good in your hand. And then we've got the aluminum poles here, which, you know, aren't the lightest like carbon fiber, but holy crap, you gotta spend a freaking ton of money for those. These work just as good. So you can see the Ruck and River logo right there, aluminum poles. And the one thing I really like about it is the lever lock design here. So there's many different designs of this. This is a plastic tab here, if that's what you want to call it, or ear, I don't know technically, you know, the lever. But a lot of them still have plastic pins and plastic adjustment knobs here. This one has metal, okay? So you can adjust these out. It goes to 54 inches is what they recommend you stop there, so go to right there. All right, so if you want to adjust this, you just loosen your lever, and then you can tighten this up, and it's gonna make this tighter, okay? So like if you're really hard at banging down on stuff or whatever, then you can tighten it up. Several of the ones I tested, this was plastic, okay? And when you really crank down on it, it would break. So this one right here is got a metal pin and metal tensioner, which I like. You got measurements here, so you know if you're sharing this with a family member and you're going back and forth, y'all can remember kind of where your length is so that you can get there perfect at every time. And it's also, you know, on the bottom here as well. So fully collapsed, it's about 24 inches, and then up to 54 inches fully extended, which is great for people from, say, 5 foot all the way up to a little over 6 foot. I'm 6'2", and this pulled out to the full length is freaking perfect for me. It's right where I got about a 90-degree bend, a little shy of a 90-degree bend in my arm, and I love it. It works great. Here on the bottom, you got a rubber boot, if you will. If you pull that off, you got like a carbide tip right here. So you can use the boot or you can use the tip, whichever you prefer. And we've got snow and mud baskets to go on it as well. So if you're going through snow and mud and stuff like that, you can put these on, screw them on, and you can put your boot back on or leave it off, whichever you want to do. And these will help keep it from sinking down and marring down in the mud and snow as bad. And you got, you know, these small ones, which are kind of more the mud ones, and these big ones are like for snow or whatever. So tons of versatility there. And you also get, with this one, you also get 2 extra of the rubber boots to go on there, because if you wear these down, you're going to want to put another set on there. You got another set already there ready to go. These things are great. Like I said, I've tested quite a few of these, and this has all the features that I liked of each one I tested all into one package. So to me, it's the perfect trekking pole without spending hundreds, maybe even thousands of freaking dollars. And these things really help. I mean, they really help. You even watch these ultra runners, and of course they're probably using the $2,000 freaking trekking poles, but like these people that do heavy cross country and ultra running and all that sort of stuff, I mean, these guys are like literally walking dead. I can't believe the mental capacity these guys have to be able to put their bodies through that. But they're, I mean, they use these poles, like it helps them or whatever. So your casual camper, you know, guy, you know, that goes out on the weekends and stuff like that, and not you know, rucking hundreds of miles at the time, these are great. These are absolutely great. And you can use these to help you build shelters. Tarp shelters, you know, porch mode for your tarp, if you run in a hammock, just all kinds of stuff you can use these for. You can use these for supports. You can use this as a support to shoot off of if need be. You know, you can hold these like this, drop them down in the ground, hold them like this, put your rifle across there for a good solid platform to shoot off of if you don't have anything else to prop up on. I mean, there's tons of uses for having collapsible poles. I always now, since I've been testing, I really haven't used trekking poles much. I just find a stick out in the woods and I've been missing out. So I'm always going to have a set of trekking poles with me strapped to my pack, you know, in case I need it for helping me with my walking and hiking, or if I need to build a shelter. This is really good because you can adjust your heights, you can do all the things and not have to worry about cutting a stick the right length or whatever, your stick breaking. So really cool trekking poles here from Ruck and River. Yeehaw. Got these little things here that come in it with the package to keep them together. I recommend not throwing them away because they kind of help keep them together. I kind of dig it. So now it's time for the Pro Box. The Pro Box this month is the Climate Versa blanket. Me and this blanket right here have become, not this one exactly, but the one exactly like it, but not that, you know what I'm saying, have become very close. This blanket is freaking awesome. I live in Georgia. It's hot 80% of the year, 85%, 87, 80, 89% of the year. It's hot, okay? I like to go outside. I like to sleep outdoors. I like to camp. I like to do all the things. I don't really like sleeping and sweating to death, but I do like to have a cover, right? This thing right here, and it's versatile. That's why they call it the Versa blanket. And I just noticed just how colorful everything in the box is this month. Some guns are massive. This is a freaking nice blanket. So I don't remember the length. 80 inches by 58 inches. This is the perfect blanket for, and I mean, if it's like stupid cold, obviously you're gonna want more than this. This is better than nothing, but great to keep in your vehicles. You know, having a blanket in there in case of a snow apocalypse or some crap like that or whatever. But you know, sometimes kids need a blanket. Sometimes you run up on an accident or whatever, and you need to cover somebody up in a blanket to keep them warm or whatever, keep them from going into shock, or maybe even for yourself, right? Who knows? Great for keeping in a vehicle, nice and compact. Excellent for camping and backpacking and things like that, because it's not a big, heavy blanket, but it does a really good job, and it's not going to burn you alive if it's warm out and you still want to have some cover. Excellent for at the beach, you name it. Some of y'all know how it is with blankets, and I promise you this, some of you guys are going to get this taken from you by your wives because they're going to grab it. They're going to feel how freaking nice and comfortable that is, and it's going with them on the couch. Mark my words, it's going to happen. What's really cool about this blanket is it's got these pockets in the corners. On every corner, it's got a pocket right there. In every corner, it has one of these pockets. So what you can do is throw this thing over you and around you. You just put your hands in the pockets, right? You can cover up in it. I imagine that sounded really bad in the microphone. You can cover up in this. You can very easily wrap yourself up in this thing right here, right? And it doesn't matter which way. Lengthwise, I wonder if I stuck my feet in these, if I could jump out of an airplane and fly like a flying squirrel. There goes my ADHD for you. And speaking of sticking my feet in the corners to be a flying squirrel, it has its own foot box in it as well. So on one end, you got this large pocket, you can see here, it's like a foot box, okay? So that's why I really like this for the, you know, warmer months, because you can throw this over you, stick your feet in there, so you know you're gonna at least keep your feet warm. You can throw it off of you if you need to, and it's always right there where you can grab it because your feet's in the foot box, and you're good to go, right? So you can use this literally like a sleeping bag if you wanted to. Like 23 ounce, I think this thing was 23 ounces? I remember 23 ounce freaking sleeping bag. Another reason why this is a great blanket just to have freaking accessible anywhere and everywhere, especially in your vehicle, is you can store this whole blanket, fold it up and store it inside this foot box and make a pillow out of this. So you can have a pillow if you need a pillow. And it's that 20D soft touch polyester with a fiber feel in there. I mean, it's a freaking amazing blanket. And you can use the foot box for a hoodie too if you wanted to. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? That's why they call it the Versa blanket. It's versatile. Take it to football games, stuff like that. Small, you can bunch it up. Kids, taking it to the beach, pillow, the whole nine. The Versa blanket. Yeehaw. It's freaking great. And you might be getting one of 4 different color options with this. So you got a blue-green like this one, or you're gonna have a blue-gray, or a blue and orange, or a black and green. So you're gonna get one of those 4. Did I say that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, one of those 4 colors. Yeehaw, of the Versa blanket coming out to you. It's time for the Pro Plush. It's time for the Pro Plush. We got something special for you. Get off my Versa blanket, fly. So this knife has been in the works for a while. A long while. It's a special knife. So it's from M3 Tactical. Kevin Moore from M3 Tactical and I have been working on this. Man, we came up with a freaking winner. We came up with a winner. This is a custom knife right here. When I was first introduced to M3 Tactical, I saw quality, I saw really nice designs, craftsmanship, attention to detail, and made in the USA. So when I was talking with Kevin Moore, this is what we came up with. We decided to call it the M100 Curran 1776 Custom. Let me show it to you. Look at that. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? The M100 Curran 1776 Custom. So Kevin Moore and I put this dude together, and we are really proud of it. So as you can see here, it is a fixed blade, of course. I love fixed blades. And it's got a really nice Kydex sheath on here with no clip. No clip, why don't it have a clip? Let me tell you why this knife doesn't have a clip. Majority of the clips that come with knives like this, I am not a fan of. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of many of those clips. I have not found one that I like thoroughly enjoy, like that come with knives, okay? There's some out there that you can get from custom shops or from like the Ulti clip. You can put on this and use that if you want to, but I'm just not a fan of many of, really all of the Kydex sheath clips or attachments that come on these things. So I was like, you know what? There's plenty of clips out there, and many already have a bunch of clips, and they can put it on there, whichever one they like the most, because I don't want to put a clip on here that you're going to hate. That's just my take on it. It's got holes in it. You can put whatever kind of clip you want to on it. You can lash it, do however you want, right? So it does not have a clip, and that's why, because I hate 99.9% of the freaking Kydex sheath type clips that come with knives out there. I just do. You may not, and I'm sure you got a dozen of them. Put it on this knife and you're good to go. And a little tidbit, I may or may not be working on designing a clip that I do like. Just know that. We're not there yet. It's not as easy as I thought. So now let's take a look at the M100 Curran 1776 Custom. Let me wipe the oils off on this thing. So what we have here is a blade length of 4.375 inches. The overall length is about 9.5 inches. Full tang is 1095 carbon steel with black G10 handles. It's got a really large area here for your lanyard, and the design of the handle here, it's got these notches in it. See these notches here on both sides that fit especially well when you really choke up on this knife. Knuckle, the bottom side of your knuckle, your thumb right there, and boy does it ever fit good. So when you're choked up and you're really working material, you can really choke up on this and have a really good purchase on there. If you wanting to hold it like this to work on something fine, you can pinch. You can pinch there with the with the notches. It's freaking great. So on this side, it's got M3 Tactical logo there on the blade. And then on this side, got my signature Curran 1776 there on the blade. Nice and thick, strong spine, fits great in the hand. It's freaking awesome. Look at that dude, man. That right there is amazing. Built very well, solid, 100% made in the USA with 100% USA source materials. All the way down into the Kydex. Turned out great. Freaking love it. And if you hadn't already figured it out yet, this is a staff recommended item by me. So, go outside and use this thing, man. Bust up some freaking sticks with it and freaking carve out some stuff and build your shelters, baton it, freaking do what you need to do with it, man. It's gonna be great for pretty much anything, bushcraft, hunting, whatever. I mean, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to be a workhorse, and I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy it. There you go, the M100 Curran 1776 Custom right there from M3 Tactical. So freaking sweet. Did I say it was sharp? So that's mission 100 of Battlbox, folks. Freaking wow. Like, I can't believe I just said that. Let's do a quick wrap up before I get all sappy over this, because I'm actually, like when I said, so that's mission 100 of Battlbox, folks, it kind of got me right here, you know what I mean? I mean, it's been a lot of work, it's been a long time, and anyway, we'll get into that here in just a little bit. We got the Borvo Broth. I'm telling you, you're gonna fall in love with that stuff just as much as I have. Freaking amazing, and I wish I knew about it earlier, because I'd been drinking it a long time ago. It's freaking amazing. You get 3 of the beef and vegetable and 3 of the classic chicken. They were like, well, which one? Beef or the chicken? I was like, I don't know. Give them both. Make a variety pack maybe. Boom, variety pack right there. Awesome. The Battlbox, 8 years shelf life. 3 hours of charge. Put that somewhere where you can keep it safe, know where it's at, and if in an event that you need it, you got it. Or in an event that somebody else needs it, you got it. This is a insurance thing. You only going to use that when you need to use it. And I think that's brilliant. That's freaking great. Works with USB-C. So, I mean, if you got other USB-C devices that need charged, you can do it with that. And it's got an iPhone adapter if you got an iPhone. Then we got the Squatch Rope. Y'all know how I feel about fire starters. There had to be a fire starter in Mission 100, and we went with the Squatch Rope right here. It's a great hemp fire starter. You can break it up into multiple different sizes to put into multiple different packs, or you can just freaking chop off a big piece and use a whole big piece if you want to. But that's what I really love about this, is you can section it out and put it in multiple kits. That's kind of how the way I roll. I think everybody should have multiple kits because things happen. Waterproof, works great. Excellent, excellent fire starter. Then we've got the trekking poles here from Ruckin River. I think this is a great combo for a trekking pole right here without spending a freaking metric ton of money on them. So we've got cork handles, we got really nice aluminum tubes, really nice clasp right here with metal pins and metal adjustment. So that's not a plastic piece that if you get too tight or whatever that you end up breaking the pin in there, which I did on several ones that I tested. They just couldn't handle the freaking torque, I guess. I don't know. You got extra set of boots to go on there. You got the carbide tips, and then you got your mud baskets and your snow baskets. There's tons of uses for trekking poles. Makeshift fishing rod, making shelter, using to prop up to freaking use as a rest to shoot a rifle or whatever off of. I'm a believer in them now that I've been testing a bunch of them. I used to just deal with sticks out in the woods, but now I'm a trekking pole fan. I dig my trekking poles. Then we got over here, we got the Koozies for your phone, the Foozies. Keep it cool when it's hot, keep it warm when it's cold. We got multiple colors here. We got the black, we got this gray color here, I believe they called the Mako, silver, blue, and green with a real tree fishing pattern on it. These things work great. They work great. I know I've experienced it several times with battery failure and phone overheating, whether it's being hot or cold out. And we got the Climate Versa blanket. This thing is freaking wonderful. I'm telling you, great blanket for warmer climates. What was it, 80 by 58? Freaking had corner pockets all the way around that you can put your hands in to wrap this thing around you. It's got a foot box. You can put all the material down into the foot box and make a pillow. It's the Versa blanket. It's versatile. Like I said, that's why they named it the freaking Versa blanket. It's freaking awesome. And last and certainly not least, we got a lot of work right here in front of us with the M3 Tactical Modern Mission Mobility. That's what the M3 stands for. M3 Tactical M100 Curran 1776 Custom. It's a great knife. 100% made in USA. 100% USA source. Pretty freaking sweet. And I'm excited. It's cool. I mean, that's the second knife I've had my my name on, and both being USA knives, and I'm proud of that. And but this is the first like full-size knife that that I've been a part of, and it's freaking great. And I appreciate Battlebox for putting up with me for the last 100 months and allowing the 100th box to be something like this. Pretty freaking cool. I'm pretty excited about it, and I really hope you guys enjoy that knife, and I really hope you guys use it. Get out there and use it. So this is the beginning of the celebration of Mission 100, the 100th month of Battlebox. It's freaking awesome. Like, I'm getting so freaking excited about what's coming in the next few weeks, and excited about seeing who gets a golden ticket, right? Again, 5 boxes are going to have a golden ticket in it. If you have that golden ticket, you need to follow the directions that are on that golden ticket, because we're fixing to have a freaking amazing time. And you could win up to $100,000 if you get a golden ticket. Also, there's 500 boxes that are going to have extra gear in it. And it's going to be a good bit over $30,000 of extra gear amongst those 500 boxes. So please check those out. If you're not a member of our members only page, if you're a subscriber, you need to come to Facebook and go to the Battlebox members only page and put in your request for that. Check and be sure that you are a subscriber. If you are, you'll be invited in, and it's a great time. The community of Battlebox, the Battlebox community is where it's at. We thoroughly enjoy seeing and hearing from our customers of them being outdoors and using the gear and having a good time and learning new skills and trying to better themselves and get out of the freaking house. That's what keeps us going, man. Honestly, to be 100% honest, that's what keeps us going. And a lot of that back and forth comes from the Facebook members only page. All of us at Battlebox are active on that page. We do giveaways. I do live feeds and giveaway gear. It's exclusive. There's things that you gain by being on the Facebook page. So if you're a subscriber, you need to come check out the members only Facebook page. I encourage you to do that. If you want to find out more about Battlebox, go to battlbox.com, battlbox.com. You can go to the What's in the Box page, and you can see everything from Mission 100 all the way down to March 2015, where this guy stood in front of that camera, that actual camera, and that actual lens and tripod and everything, and that actual bench in the background, and said,
"Man, have I got something cool to show you guys."
Man, have I got something cool to show you guys. And I meant every freaking word of it, and I'm still here, right here, doing this for the 100th freaking time. Thank you to everybody for all the support over the years. Thank you for just helping build this community and build this camaraderie that we have. And I am so freaking looking forward with the rest of the guys at Battlebox to bring you Mission 200 one day. I might have several more gray hairs by then, but I'll be here. I promise you that. Yeehaw. So I'll see you next month with Mission 101 of Battlebox. I can't believe I just said that. We're in the triple digits, folks. Mission 101. Love you, mean it. Bye. Holler when you get that golden ticket. We're gonna go shoot a tank.
I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have opened this. That ain't gonna work. This thing be great for survival, but horrible for putting back in a little bitty pouch.